Alrighty folks, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. This is somewhat of a special video, at least I think. And for those of you in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good day. Hopefully some good food with good friends and family. I know that I did. But yeah, so first off, got this in the mail. Another Volvo brick. So I think I'm only missing 2 of the 240 race cars now. So that is pretty cool. That was a cool one to pick up. But anyways, for this video, we're going to be looking at these charity models. One is Mini GT, and then one was a DiecastTalk exclusive made by GCD. So the DiecastTalk one is a pink Tacoma. This is 3.0, so this is their third release of the pink Tacoma. I think this is the newest Tacoma generation. Licensed by Toyota, and then both of these models benefited Susan G. Komen, which is I believe a breast cancer association here in the United States. Yeah, Dallas, Texas, right there. So I really like this kind of stuff. I love charity models. Mini GT has done charity models for a long time. It was kind of weird. They skipped last year. Mini GT, their whole charity line is the Mini GT Give Foundation. And they typically once a year, they'll produce 1 or 2 models and they'll sell them, and I think normally all the proceeds go to charity, or a majority of the proceeds go to charity. But they did not do one for 2024, so I kind of thought they were done doing the Mini GT Give cars, and then they announced this one. So yeah, big, huge, massive shout out to DiecastTalk for making these happen, because I'm pretty sure he was the one that worked this out with both companies. So that was awesome of him. And yeah, I also do have some of the older Give models here. So for 2022, they did China and Hong Kong. And I believe these benefited a children's organization. And yeah, the Hong Kong was pink, and then the China version was blue. And then these are what the boxes looked like. Just pretty plain Mini GT Give with the corresponding colors of the cars. All the information on the back. These did not come in blisters. These just came in boxes. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I did a review on these two way back in the day. But yeah, number 459 and 460. And I believe these were both limited to 1,200 each. And these two Lamborghinis are very expensive, very sought after nowadays. And I feel very fortunate to have them. So yeah, and then also for 2023, they did China and Hong Kong again, and these were both the chrome Silvias. So the pink one right here for Hong Kong. This was number 632. Pretty cool. And then this is one of those cases where I think chrome works on a Mini GT. And then of course China, the blue one right here as well. Very cool cars. Again, these ones were also limited to 1,200. It was actually cool. I remember when the Hong Kong one dropped, I was actually able to order these from RC Mart. RC Mart was the one doing the sale for Hong Kong, and of course they do international, so I was able to pick up a couple of those and hook one of my friends up with it. But yeah, they also did one in 2021, which was the first year that they did it. They just did a single one. I don't remember if it was region specific, but it was an R32. Picture that up on screen. I still do need to pick up that one. I don't know what that one was limited to, but yeah, I hope to get that one. And then in 2023, along with these two Silvias, they also did one in chrome orange. And it was right after those horrible wildfires in Hawaii were happening. And so Mini GT, last minute, they wanted to do something for that as well. So they made 25 of these Silvias in chrome orange. And then they also did 25 Kaito House R34s. I think those were in like a black chrome. And so 25 of the Mini GT and Kaito House, and they had Lamley auction them on his eBay. And they went for a lot of money, which was awesome. It's a little unfortunate that it was such a last minute thing and they were so limited, because I would have loved to have had one of those and supported it. But I didn't have the money to do it. I think on average they went from each model went from between $3,000 and $5,000. And I think part of what drives such high sales is Mini GT and Glenn announced that for every model that sold over, I think it was either $700 or $800 USD. For each model that sold over that threshold, he was throwing in a free director's gift with every purchase. So the black number 410 Lamborghini SVJ Director's Gift. I think every single listing, I think all 50 listings went for well over $1,000. I'm pretty sure every listing went for over $2,000. So that was also 50 director's gifts as well. So it was really cool. Like I said, I was a little bummed that it was such a last minute thing that they had to do really fast. Because yeah, it would have been really cool to have the orange one to go along with it. But anyways, also, I did I did pick up 2 sets of these. This set right here is for my good friend, my IRL friend. So those will get sent out to him. But yeah. So these Mini GTs were sold worldwide. They made 5,000 of them, which is when you look at the last ones that they did in 2023, that is a huge increase. But in the last 2 years, Mini GT has grown a ton. So I think 5,000 was like a good healthy amount, but it also still feels pretty limited. Here's all the information on the back, the thing about Susan G. Komen. And this one says, from October 1st to October 31st, DiecastTalk Toys will donate to Susan G. Komen $5 of the purchase price for each Mini GT DiecastTalk, benefiting Susan G. Komen. Exclusive Nissan LB ER34 Super Silhouette Skyline sold. And then it tells you again about the foundation right there. So these sold on DiecastTalk's website for $15. I don't know how many he sold on his website because these were sold globally. I know JL Hobby sold to many different regions. There might have been another store as well. If I can find the information on Mini GT's page, I'll put it up. Obviously, this sale is gone now, so... but yeah, 5,000 of them, and I'm assuming that since they're all DiecastTalk exclusives, they were just having JL Hobby sell them like internationally and stuff too. I'm assuming it was $5 per every model, so 5,000 models times $5. I believe that comes out to $25,000 donated from the sale of the Mini GTs, and then for these DiecastTalk exclusive Tacomas. They donated, it looks like $2 each for these to the foundation as well. I don't remember how many of these they made, but I also do know that DiecastTalk made some chases for these. I don't remember how many there were. It was very limited, but 5 of them they actually sold on their website for $300 each, and DiecastTalk donated all the proceeds from the sales of the chases to the organization as well. So overall, I think they raised a lot of money for Susan G. Komen, which is very cool. I love this kind of stuff, and I love supporting this kind of stuff. So very cool models. Definitely, this kind of stuff means a lot to me. These are the things I love to have in my collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack open the DiecastTalk one first. I actually don't have any other DiecastTalk models right now. I used to have a couple of them, ended up not keeping them. But yeah, so these are made by GCD. I have mixed feelings about GCD. I've seen a lot of licensed stuff from them, but I've also seen some unlicensed stuff from them. But I do know for a fact that every single model that DiecastTalk does in collaboration with them is officially licensed. And I think they're mostly Toyotas. So the DiecastTalk ones for sure are trustworthy. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about GCD. They do make good models though. But I love the DiecastTalk stickers on it. That's also really cool. Let's see if I can just kind of lift it up, maybe. Lift it up and maybe pull this tray down so I can leave the tape on. There we go. So I'll pull that out. And then just a black base. They don't screw down or anything. They're held in by a tray. But there's the little nameplate right there. Okay, so they made 600 of these. So this is number 329. DiecastTalk Susan G. Komen exclusive pink Toyota Tacoma 3.0. So there's that. And then this is the background, just nice simple DiecastTalk and Susan G. Komen. I really do like the photo on the back of the box. That is really cool. And then of course here's all your information on the back if you want to pause and read or screenshot, whatever you want to do. So there's all that. And then here is the car. Like I said, these things are really cool. They're very nicely detailed. So, and yeah, they also do have working steering and suspension too, which is awesome. But yeah, just a nice pink color on this one. But yeah, let's take a look at like the details. So first impressions, very nice. It's a very, very heavy model. The whole bottom is base, it looks like, and it's got a lot of detail under there. The TRD skid plate right there under that front axle looks awesome. Exhaust, and you can see the muffler right there. Very, very cool. Spare tire down here, which that's actually a rubber tire, so I believe it's oh no, different wheels than what's on the actual car, but yeah, it's actual rubber tire. And yeah, suspension, you can see the little springs in there, maybe, kind of, sorta. Yeah, you can see the springs back in there. So working suspension, it actually works pretty well, especially if you put it down on a flat surface, and kind of works very well. Really cool. And then the wheels also spin as well, so these do roll very nicely. And then of course the front wheels do turn as well, which is pretty cool. I remember the suspension and the tire steering was a feature I thought was really cool in the last one I had. I got one of the pre-runners that they did a while back. I don't know why I didn't keep it. I should have kept it. But yeah, very cool. The steering looks, feels to be like clicking in place a little bit when you turn it this way. But yeah, very cool. And then Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro on the bottom. GCD. Super cool. And then there's all the front detail. Headlights look really good. Got a little bit of amber on the side for the turn signal. Clear acrylic. Definitely looks pretty detailed. The Toyota lettering on that front grille. Front grille is done in like a cool glossy black. Just a very cool model. And then there's a little bit of a vent on the top of that hood as well. And yeah, there's the look from the side. I love the fender flares in black. The TRD Pro badging right there, I'm pretty sure. And then the door handles are painted and everything. The mirrors look pretty accurate. I think there's some reflective stickers in there. I've got a little bit of silver paint on the outside of them. Yeah, overall, it does look very good. I'm not the biggest truck guy in the world, but these models are cool. Looks like there's a sunroof on the top, on that black roof. And I don't see too much color on the interior, but I do see a silver Toyota badge on that steering wheel, so that is pretty cool. And little acrylic rear view mirror right there inside. And then here's a look at the back. So, license plate, California, Taco. It's got a little breast cancer logo right there on the left, it looks like. So that is pretty cool. And then TRD Pro across the tailgate. And then it says iForce Max. So I'm assuming that's a specific trim or something. Or maybe that's the... yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it's like a trim level or something. Taillights look really good, though. Red acrylic with a little bit of white detailing in there for the reverse lights. Back bumper looks really good. And then, yeah, your exhaust tips right there. And then also a couple tow hooks on each side. And those, I think those are photo etched metal. So that is very cool. Very sturdy, very well-made models. Little fuel door right there. There's the inside of the bed. The tailgate doesn't come down or anything. None of the doors or the hood opens. No opening parts. But I think the working suspension, along with the rolling wheels and the fact that the front wheels turn, definitely makes up for that. Very, very cool models. And the wheels are very nice as well too. They've got the red TRD logos in the center right there. Big old tires. Very wide stance. So yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool. Sports good. I might have to get some more of these from DiecastTalk. These are awesome. But yeah, and I love that TRD skid plate on the bottom too. That is neat. So yeah, there is the DiecastTalk Tacoma. I'll set that right there. Now let's go ahead and look at this Mini GT. We have seen this casting plenty of times before. In fact, we just looked at one not too long ago. It was the white and red athlete version. So yeah, definitely seen lots of these, but this one will probably go down as one of my favorites just because this model actually like means something, you know. So yeah, this is the one time I won't complain about getting a particular casting or whatever. I'm just glad that it exists. So anyways, let's get rid of the plastic. I assume that I'm going to be one of the very few people actually opening this model. People don't typically like to open stuff like this. I don't know why. To me, it means more when it's opened and you enjoy it. But here's the background. It's very nice, pink, like a white showroom floor with pink walls, and then Mini GT, DiecastTalk, and then benefiting Susan G. Komen right there. Mini GT number 1095. Again, here's all the stuff right here if you want to pause and read that. And then there's the whole back. And then here is the box, pretty similar, like white design to the old ones, except it has Mini GT logo, the Diecast logo, and the Susan G. Komen logo right there. And then 2025, of course, and it tells you what the car is. But aside from that, it is pretty similar to the other ones. It's no chrome or anything. There's also the Susan G. Komen logo right there. And then here's all the information on the back. So there is the UPC and all that information there. Very cool. Doesn't actually say that it's limited to 5,000, but trust me, these were 5,000. It was confirmed. So, but there's the Nissan logo. I love that new Nissan sticker that they're doing. It is very cool. And then, of course, benefiting Susan G. Komen, and of course, this is licensed through them as well. And then the Nissan text right there, and then also Liberty Walk. So Liberty Walk, Nissan, and Susan G. Komen. So very cool. And then here is the car. So I will be honest, there's really nothing too crazy going on this one. This is very similar to the red and black one that we've gotten and the all black one that we've gotten. The only difference that instead of like a red and black, it's basically just red and pink, but it is still very cool. It's got the red seats on the interior and the yellow roll cage, which I think is awesome. Tire printing, the Advan lettering on the tires looks great. And then, yeah, I mean, Mini GT did a great job with this casting, so I do really like this quite a bit. Just a glossy pink paint, just like the DiecastTalk one. There are a little bit different shades of pink. The Mini GT's, I don't know. I think the DiecastTalk is a little bit lighter. The Mini GT is like I don't know how to explain the difference, but there is a little bit of a difference there. But yeah, they both look really good. But yeah, pretty standard stuff. Liberty Walk on the side. Imagine all the people living life in peace. LB Silhouette Works GT right underneath the window right there. Nismo badging. Lots of cool stuff. Advan. There's the stuff on the back. AK Produce Bride, RX Advan, LB Performance, Pit 1 Tires, and Liberty Walk. I've never heard of Pit 1 Tires. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, very nice. Just very nice. There's the front view. I love the fans on that radiator in there. It's either a radiator or an intercooler, one of the two. But I love the little fans that are kind of detailed onto it. LB Performance. Liberty Walk again on the front splitter, that massive front splitter. Taillights on this one appear to be very, very clear, so I do like that. There's some nice bulb detail back behind those lenses. So yeah, and then it looks like there's a couple fog lights down below in these little acrylic lenses as well. So very, very cool. I like it a lot. So, and also there's the bottom exhaust tip going out the side. And it's a 1998 Nissan Skyline ER34 used under license. Massive rear diffuser on the back. Taillights look really good. Nothing on the license plate. But yeah, just a clean livery. It's cool. It's simple. It means a lot. And I really, really like stuff like this. So yeah, I think I will leave it with that. Did any of you guys happen to pick these up? Definitely let me know. I'm curious to see. Hopefully most of you were able to get them if you wanted them. I know that for those of you that were not in the United States, I know that I think most everyone had to go through jail hobby, like I said. I think it was very competitive over there. So hopefully everybody that wanted one got one. And for those of you that were not able to get one, I do apologize. But yeah, I'm glad that the community comes together and instantly sells stuff like this out for a good cause. It's really cool. It's a really neat thing, and I love supporting this. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.